we're back again for another episode of A Legal Newbie and a Lawyer, and we have a fresh face with us. It's Patty Steele, one of the attorneys here at Helland Law Group, and we also have a little fresh setup in here because of COVID-19. We've got our little social distancing protocol. What we're talking about today is Washington State car accident laws. So we've got a couple of questions that we found on the internet that people want to know the answers to. So we're going to jump right in with our first question here. What is the statute of limitations on a personal injury lawsuit case? In other words, how long do you have to file a personal injury lawsuit?
So you have 3 years to file your personal injury lawsuit after the date of the accident.
Okay, and am I affecting my chances if I wait longer?
No, every case should be taken on its own merits. Every case has its own facts. Your lawyer will be able to tell you whether to file sooner or closer to that 3-year deadline. But as long as you get those papers filed before the 3-year mark, you're in good shape.
Okay. All right, some people want to know, when do you have to report a car accident in Washington State?
That's a twofold answer. So
Okay.
Washington State says that you need to report it within 4 days. If law enforcement responds, then they'll do that for you, so you don't need to worry about reporting it. However, your policy carrier may require something a little different. They may require that you report it, immediately within 24 or 48 hours. So you want to make sure that you're familiar with your policy and know when to report that accident.
Okay, and when you say your policy may require you to report, you're still talking about reporting to the authorities, to the police, not just to your insurer. Is that correct?
To your insurer as well as to the authorities, correct.
Got it. Okay, so how does Washington State approach fault in personal injury cases?
So Washington State uses contributory negligence. And what that essentially means is that sometimes when you have a car accident, sometimes it's sort of your fault too. And so the law provides for an analysis to determine what percentage of that is your fault. So you can be 1% at fault, you can be 99% at fault, and that doesn't foreclose you from making a claim or receiving compensation or an award for your loss.
Okay. And is it true then that it's not necessarily always this black and white scenario of that driver's at fault or I'm at fault?
Right. So sometimes it is black and white. Sometimes you get hit and it's the other guy's fault, and insurances pay out and you have an award and whatnot. But a lot of times there is a gray area, and so contributory negligence is Washington State's answer, so that you're not foreclosed from collecting or being made whole.
Okay, so on the whole, is that mostly a good thing that we have this system?
Yeah, it's a very good thing.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Last question for you here. What are the minimum requirements for car insurance in Washington State? And I'm kind of concerned that a lot of people are asking this question. So should people get more than the minimum is a follow-up question I'm just going to throw in there.
So the minimum are 25, 50, 10. Those first 2 numbers represent what your policy will pay out for bodily injury, and the last number represents what your policy will pay out for property damage. I always recommend that you get more than the minimum. If you think about it, $10,000 in property damage doesn't go a long way. Same with folks who get bumps and bruises, whiplash, things like that. $10,000 to $25,000 doesn't really go a long way. So I'd always recommend that you get the higher limit.
Okay. So 25, 50 in that scenario is 25,000, 50,000, and what were the 25 and 50,000 for?
Those are for those represent the bodily injury policy limits.
Okay, got it. Well, there you have it. Some of the hottest questions on the internet about car accidents law in Washington State have been answered. So thank you, Patty, for that again. And for anyone out there who has a personal injury situation or may have one in the future, don't hesitate to reach out to Helland Law Group. They're going to take amazing care of you.